The Janata Party leader calls upon Tamil people to extend their support to President Rajapaksa if they need Indian assistance. UMP thugs opened fire at UPF rally in Madurai, killing one person and injuring 5 others. 556 rehabilitated elderly cadres had been sent to their native villages yesterday. The aid effort continues as tension rose among desperate earthquake victims in Haiti. Taking a look at the stories in detail. Massive crowds converged on Maligapiti Stadium in Kumagala to attend the presidential election rally being held this evening under the patronage of President Mahinda Rajapaksa.
Meanwhile, leader of the Indian Janata Party, Dr. Subramanian Swamy, calls upon Tamil people to extend their support to President Mahinda Rajapaksa in the upcoming presidential poll if they need the assistance of India in the future. Speaking to Rupavahini, Indian Janata Party leader noted that President Mahinda Rajapaksa should get the credit of defeating tiger terrorists completely.
Move on their part, typical, they are desperate. All that they have just now is access to the ill-gotten money of the LTT, which they commandeered by extortion and drug peddling and so on, which are in various parts of the world. And they want somehow some legitimacy, which they have lost after they have been thoroughly defeated, having called themselves as the Tamil Tigers, and they turned out to be Tamil Pussycats in the end. And consequently, they feel that there's no hope of getting any legitimacy from Mahinda Rajapaksa. So they are supporting General Fonseca. And the only problem with General Fonseca's candidacy is that he's also supported by JVP, the hard faction of the JVP. And therefore, if he gets elected by this kind of arithmetic of voters, then after becoming president, he won't be able to do anything at all. He'll just be in a dilemma. And therefore, the TNA thing is basically somehow to come back into a reckoning, to have an establishment which owes their victory to them. And I think it's a dangerous development for Tamil Nadu. I would not have spoken on this internal matter, but for the fact that they are coming and canvassing in Tamil Nadu and in Delhi for support for General Fonseca. Well, the Tamil people are recovering from a long siege laid by the LTT and terrorism and so on, and some of them are even misled. Now the time has come for harmony. After all, we are of the same culture, broadly of the same culture. We believe in the same things, and Buddhism and Hinduism is our sister religion, and therefore somehow this harmonization process must continue, and that can only be done when the constitution has some devolution to which President Rajapaksa is committed. and he perhaps wants a big mandate to implement it. At least we have to give him, to test him to see whether he does that once he gets the mandate. And I think he can provide a kind of peaceful, stable harmony and governance. And the Tamil's best bet today would be to support Rajpaksha, and he is the one who should get the credit for finishing off the LTT, which was part of the problem and not part of the solution always. And it is the political authority, and while I don't demean the work of General Fonseca, he was an able general and he carried out the orders effectively, but the fact is that it's ultimately political authority that gets the credit. Just as in India won victory in Bangladesh, it was Indira Gandhi who got the credit and not General Manik Shah. So consequently, it's always the political authority which takes the decision and is accountable to the people through elections that must get the credit for both defeat and victory. In this case, the victory really belongs to Rajpaksha, and the Tamil people should support Rajpaksha overwhelmingly. Then only we in India can go to bat for them. And the reason we have got involved is because the TMA has come here. Even Fonseca's representative called Jayavardhana is in Chennai just now trying to get votes. So once you're involved in this way, then I have every right to tell the Tamil people frankly what they should do, and I think they should overwhelmingly go and vote for Rajpaksha.
Another group of 556 LTT cadres who were rehabilitated under the supervision of government authorities have been sent to their native villages yesterday. Child soldiers who were forcibly engaged in service by the LTT were among the group released yesterday. The government has taken measures to rehabilitate these child combatants who were surrendered to security forces. They have been provided with all welfare facilities, including basic amenities. Several programs were implemented to improve their mental health. This group of rehabilitated child soldiers have been allowed to reunite with their parents and to resettle at their hometowns and villages. The government has provided transport facilities for them free of charge. The main aim of this program is to institutionalize them socially as good citizens. One person killed and 5 others sustained critical injuries when a group of UNP supporters opened fire at several people who were attending United People's Freedom Alliance rally at Madurai Public Stadium yesterday. The injured were rushed to Puttalam General Hospital. The director of the Puttalam Hospital, Dr. Nuruddin Farid, said that 3 of the critical injured were admitted to Kurnagal Teaching Hospital for treatment. Police say that they received information to prove that a group of UNP supporters were involved in the shooting incident.
You're watching Rupavahini News, and still on local news, the Sri Lankan government yesterday accused the Common Opposition Alliance of bribing government politicians to cross over to the opposition in support of their candidate General Sarath Fonseca. The government media unit said 2 accomplices of opposition candidate yesterday reportedly have offered 30 million rupees as a bribe to National Freedom Front parliamentarian Mohammed Muzammil. The alleged deal has taken place in the room number 205 at Hotel Sapphire in Wellavatta, authoritative sources said, adding that they have video and audio evidence. The bribe had reportedly been offered to Muzammil for his appearance at one of Fonseca's press briefings to say the High Compound deal was a charge made up and fabricated by the government against Fonseca. Muzammil appeared at Fonseca's briefing yesterday but walked out saying that he will not support the opposition and he cannot be bought. The 2 accomplices of General Fonseca have been identified as M. Mustafa and Nazir Ahmed, and according to government sources, of the 30 million rupees promised, 10 million rupees had been paid earlier and the recipient had been asked to come yesterday for the balance. Sri Lanka's National Freedom Front NFF leader Wimal Weerawansa yesterday claimed that the opposition has offered millions of rupees together with a luxurious package to seek the support of NFF parliamentarian Mohammed Muzammil. Speaking at a special press briefing, MP Wimal Weerawansa said that there are audio and video evidence regarding the incident and they will be released soon. Muzammil, also speaking at the briefing, said that he will not sell himself to opposition at any cost and wanted to make aware the public on how the opposition is acting on their words.
विपक्ष